Hi, this is Holly of Holly's Soapmaking. In this video, I'll show you my attempt at a tiger stripe soap. This is another soap that I made for the Back to Basics Soap Challenge Club last month, where the goal is to make a smooth soap with no texture using the provided color palette. If you'd like to see my other attempts or want more information on the Soap Challenge Club or any of the details you see in this video, I'll provide all of the links below. And if you'd like more information on the recipe I used, you'll find it listed in a soap calculator at the end of this video. Soap making involves the use of sodium hydroxide or lye, which can burn your skin or permanently damage your eyes. So when you're making soap, always wear the proper protection and follow lye-safe handling procedures during the entire soap making process, even while cleaning up. As you may have seen in my previous two videos, I prepared 6 different colorants to try and match the Soap Challenge Club color palette. I stopped blending when I reached an emulsion, then divided the soap into 6 equal parts. For the black soap, I used a rate of 1 teaspoon charcoal oil per cup of soap. For the dark blue, I used 1/4 teaspoon of the indigo oil plus a few drops of the yellow clay in an attempt to match the blue in the color palette. As I mentioned in my previous video, I don't think the yellow clay really helped at all. For the light blue, I added 1/8 teaspoon of the indigo oil. For the yellow soap, I used 1/4 teaspoon of the gold clay plus 1 drop of the indigo oil. For the orange, I used 1/2 teaspoon of the orange clay plus a few drops of the pink clay. And finally, for the white soap, I used 1/2 teaspoon of the titanium dioxide per cup of soap. When I planned this soap in my head, I actually wanted to make one pass with each color, using about 1/3 of the color each time to create thick layers. But for some reason, I completely forgot about my plan and did the exact opposite. I poured small amounts in multiple passes, which I believe is why some of the layers were not as uniform and a little squiggly on the ends. I love how the soap turned out, but I'll definitely be trying it again for a thicker stripe. I did oven process the soap to help it get through a complete gel phase, so the colors would be as vibrant as possible. I removed the soap from the oven the next morning, then I unmolded and cut it that afternoon. Since this was a cold process soap, I made sure the top of lye was set to sodium hydroxide or NaOH. My recipe oil weight was 1200 grams. My lye concentration was 35%, which means my lye solution consisted of 35% sodium hydroxide and 65% water. I left the superfat at 5% and my fragrance usage rate was 25 grams per kilogram. This recipe does contain lard, so I'll provide a lard-free recipe that I like following this one. Once you have all of your information entered, you just calculate the recipe, then select to view or print it. SoapCalc will give you a really nice listing of your ingredients along with the amount of sodium hydroxide required to saponify your oils. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found something useful here to help you in your soap making.